Lil Durk was denied a bond today in California federal court, murder for hire charge, where he's facing life in prison. Trial is scheduled to start in January. It went a lot better than that sounds. His attorney, Drew Finling, did a tremendous job diffusing several of the arguments that were making Durk look crazy. The government has these rap lyrics that they cite in the indictment, and they say, look, he's bragging about how Quando Rondo was on the news yelling, no, no. Drew Finling came in, and the government got a little shook up when he hit him with this. He hit him with a declaration from the music producer that said that that song was recorded months before that news story of Quando Rondo saying no, no ever happened. And so there's timestamps in this declaration from this producer showing the night those lyrics were recorded, way before Quando was ever saying no, no. The government was reeling when that broke in court. Is he a flight risk? And the government relied on the fact that on the day his co-conspirators were arrested and charged and news broke of that, he booked all these flights to Zurich and another flight to Dubai and a third flight. The defense explained what was going on there. And they bought a trip on economy because the only flight available was economy, and then he didn't want to fly economy, so they rebooked it through private. And the reason why it looked like there was multiple flights, the private jet had multiple legs, and so they just saw one leg and they thought, oh, he's going here to Dubai and he's also going here to Switzerland. No, he was going through Switzerland to Dubai. Ultimately, what this came down to, however, that the government said, hey, look, we got text messages, this guy saying, hey, I don't want nothing to do with those flights. We believe he's the ringleader. It's murder for hire. He's facing life. And that, my friends, is going to be enough to get you a no bond case in federal court. If the feds decide that we're charging you with murder for hire and we're going to put the life target on you, and we say we've got text messages of you implicating you in a conversation about the murder for hire plot, that's going to be enough to get a no bond. So that was the bond hearing. I think trial will be obviously very different. I think it's pretty easy in a case like this for the government to go and get you a no bond. However, they're going to have to prove somebody did these murders, and they're going to have to prove that Durk paid for these murders. That's going to take mountains of evidence, something we saw none of today. Truly, there was no evidence presented today other than this one text message where Durk is saying, I want nothing to do with that. And so the context around this case, where the government first has to prove that someone committed a murder, and then they have to prove that that someone was paid for by Durk, that is going to be very different from a bond hearing.